right. Well, good afternoon. This is another video for kind of strategies. Well, not strategies. This is more just smokes and executes for T-side only because there's a lot. At least there was a lot when I was messing around, but I should have everything down now. So I kind of want to just go over all of the smokes and then potential kind of execute processes we can do for A site and then a cap push and then maybe like a mid to B, and then a tunnel push, right? And maybe a combination of like mid to B and tunnel. But we're gonna start with some of the basics. Once again, all of my smokes are generally consistent ones, right? That's why I like them. You don't have to put a. Oh, I fell. Hold on. Whew. Save myself. Okay. The idea behind these is to have easy and reliable ones, because obviously there's one you can throw here, but sometimes I miss them, right? I need smokes. I don't fuck up. And if these are smokes I can't fuck up, then these are smokes anyone else in the team can fuck up, right? That's the idea. I'm the bar. I'm the lowest bar. And we're going to start with an easy Xbox smoke. You just aim at this, and then it's a jump zone, right? Super simple. Bounces off. I fucked it up. Immediately fucked it up because I forgot about one little thing. It's actually not the box. The box is our height that we aim. For these smokes, you actually line up on the cross, on the crease. This is the Xbox smoke. Yes. I suck at small details. This would be the Xbox smoke. Consistent. Let's say we want to push lower tons. We have a person stay up top. He would once again stay at this height. Do you see the third kind of like rain damage line, I guess? You throw here. This would perfectly cover catwalk. That way our lower players could sneak up and then do like middle executes, right? Another one, let's say we wanted to go mid to cat, like cat to A, right? Let's say we want to go cat to A. What would we do? Well, we would obviously throw the catwalk smoke, right? The catwalk smoke. And then we would have another player come over here, and he would throw a tunnel smoke. So with both of these combined, this is what it would look like. Okay. They won. I mean, it's not perfect, obviously. There is a gap. There's always going to be a gap. You can probably do it in the center here. That's a fucking flash. Woo! You know, I spent literally an hour, by the way, learning all the smokes on here, and I'm already forgetting all of the small details. Unfortunate. 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 Okay? It really kind of sucks. Because I had all this. But then, this was some of the first smokes I learned by the time I got all the way to my... This was some of the first stuff I was kind of learning. So obviously, my earlier stuff is I'm now rusty on. Really sucks. I hate it. This covers the outside, right? So, you would have... So let's delete the smoke so we can have a fresh run here. If we wanted to do a cat to A, one player throw the Xbox smoke, and then one player throw the lower ton smoke. This will completely cover mids. Right? Now, as we come up, we only have to focus this. Maybe we have one person stay just in case there's a push. This person comes up to the window. He just throws a basic flash. Super basic. There's no lineup for this. It's just to be able to take this. The only other lineup that we would do is once we take this, we look at the damage on the wall. It's just a left click throw. Lands exactly right there. Now we have the ability to push out all the way up cat, fight goose, fight sight, do all this, right? And then we can use other util, right? Because now we have sight, so we know we can just throw something there. We can maybe just throw a goose molly. Kind of keep them off their toes, whatever. Maybe we could do further extensions on lineups and stuff like that. But those three smokes would allow us to push all the way up onto site without any real contest until we get to here. And then we got to start worrying about all of the headshot spots, the goose spot, the car spot. We could probably do some other util, but just to get on the site, just to kind of brute force our way up, I think those three smokes are essential for catwalk, right? So that's our catwalk T-side. stuff. For long is really interesting. So we can do a few things. I do like this. This is probably the only optional thing we wouldn't have to do for a long push, right? But basically, sorry, it's kind of hard to see, but there's a damage piece right here, right? There's a damage piece right here. I highly doubt you're going to see it in my quality recording. But you aim at that damage piece, it's a jump throw. This is going to land right on this corner. That way the CTs have to kind of commit to defending long, right? They got to leave that safety of the corner. They got to come all the way out to fight. I like it simply because of that, because then you can just kind of focus this. On top of a very specific flash, you come right here. You look at the bottom of this tree. It's this. Once again, we're going to get close so you can see. It's the top one of the bottom, right? You come up here. You stare at this. Jump throw. That's a smoke. That's a smoke. Okay, excellent. I'm very happy about that. I am amazing at my util use, as you can see. Okay, you throw this flashbang. This flashbang is probably the best flash you can throw on too long because you have a person here, right? Flies out, bam, he's completely blind, right? We have a person in pit. It's thrown. He's completely blind. Okay? Every other flash that I see people throwing, I've come to learn, is straight dog shit, right? Because you see people doing a lot of stuff where they're like, oh, you know, I'm going to throw it like this. And guess what? This thing doesn't flash jack shit, right? See? Bam. What, a half a second of being a blind, and then you're like, you're good? Look at the pit player. Look at the pit player. It doesn't even fucking blind him. It's garbage. It's straight dog water, right? And everything you do from all these angles literally doesn't flash the pit player. Just doesn't. It's like he can't get flash from any of those flashes. Nothing you throw from this angle will ever flash the pit player. Nothing. And even then, it marginally flashes everyone else. You come here, you look at the, once again, the second one from the bottom, jump throw. This thing flashes everyone onto site, right? Look at that. Fucking amazing. The pit player, amazing. I mean, he's cooked, right? You maybe have an opper, maybe like playing this really like shit fucking position here. He's blind. Like it blinds everybody. Even the pit player does not survive this flash. And that's why I like it. This flash cooks everyone. And it makes it really easy for the person to actually come out on site because it's not a partial flash, it's a full flash. For pretty much everybody on site except maybe the opper, he gets a, you know, he's far enough away where it doesn't affect him, right? That's kind of where those super flashes that everyone likes to throw would affect, right? Would affect. That would probably hit the opper. That one didn't even go over the thing, but that's the point, right? So the way the execute would look is you'd have a person here, kind of line up. You'd have a player run over to that box. You guys kind of choose a time frame in which you want to throw it. He throws it. The player would then throw his flash. Everyone rushes out on the site. And you guys are capable of pretty much taking out anyone that's actually trying to defend, right? Now I think the only thing that does kind of suck is that if we give them that much time for a setup, this person is safe. But if we did throw one of these other flashes on this corner. Oh, I'm in the walls. He gets blinded, so we can throw two flashes, right? You have a player jump on these boxes. And you throw this one, which flashes virtually all of the default positions. And you have a person come up to car. You see the cross here. You throw that. And that one will flash people playing close. Okay? In fact, I wonder, I didn't check it. But sometimes people will play all the way up on barrels. Let me see how this one affects barrel players. Let me see how this one affects the barrel players real quick. So let's say they're playing close. Okay, now they're, you know, just expect it, right? Get wrecked. Get wrecked, nerd. You could throw, I guess, a pop flash if you really want it. That's not what I want. Okay, well, I flashed myself. But that's the concept, right? We can throw maybe a third flash if you're worried about people playing up close. If we know they play close, we can do that to then handle that. So those 3 flashes would effectively get everybody on the site. That smoke would displace them. We can run up here. Now then, what we would do after that, okay, is basically we would have a barrel player with a molly, and he would look at the doorknob and he'd throw this. This lands and kind of burns out the corner, kind of gets a good portion of the car, so they only have here, so they most likely back up. He would also throw, see this line? Line up on that, just throw that. And anyone playing cat, any CTs kind of trying to play cat, it gets smoked out of cat. So we would have all that done on top of course, the bog standard cross, which smokes clearly everything there, full smoked. You'd have the molly there, you'd have the catwalk, of course, getting smoked too, so we don't have to worry about this. The only thing that we would want to do then, I don't have a lineup for it, it's just kind of figure it out yourself, I guess, is the molly ninja. You molly ninja, and then we would effectively have a site. That would be the A site execute, right? That'd be the A site execute. Once again, this one's optional. I just like it because I think it's, you know, I like doing things that displace enemy players. We would have 2 flashes kind of in preparation here. This one right on the cross, you throw that one. This one right here on the pineapple, which is the important one. And then if the player desires, he can just run up to here, throw the appropriate flash, right? The flash anyone close. Then we got sight. Hop up. Molly car. Have him throw the catwalk one while another player comes up here, throws that. As you can see, the molly would be there, this would be here. Totally clear to come up. One player sit here and then just stand throw that. You molly out ninja. We have basically the site. Completely. The only person who might be a problem would be this person, but you know what? It's one guy. Okay, I'm sure we can handle it, right? And then that's our A site execute. We already did our catwalk execute, which would require 3 smokes. So let's say if we decided to go tons. What would we do tons? Well, if we went lower tons, obviously you'd have that player throw the catwalk smoke, so we don't have to actually worry about catwalk. We can come up here, and then this guy would throw 2 smokes. Now I'm going to show why, right? So the first smoke would be on the bottom, right on the edge. You stand up, jump through. This first smoke lands on top. This conceals the top part. Right? That way, CT players can't shoot you going through door, can't shoot you going through window. Right? The second smoke that we're going to throw is going to cover the rest of CT. So there's a little cubby spot that it didn't cover. This whole section will get covered by it. But as you can see, this one, they can shoot over. So that's why we throw both. We would throw 2 smokes to get here, so 3 smokes in total. The cat one, so everyone can get in position, and then the 2 smokes in CT allows us to get up on site, and you can just throw flashes, whatever. There's only just one CT player playing B. Easy to take, right? If we choose to do a tons to B, we have a few options for this as well. Now, my favorite smokes, with the ones I always do, is our window smoke, and then you come up here in between all these like damage things, you throw this one. This is going to smoke out window and door. Okay, window and door get smoked. What else would we do? We would throw, you come here, right and left click Very important. You aim at this damage spot here. Jump throw. This is super important. Once again, flashes is distance based. So this would affect your closer players. So this guy holding this comes up blind, right? This guy holding this comes up blind. Anyone playing close gets affected by it. This guy holding car flies up, gets affected by it, right? He's affected by it. It's not going to get him super great. That's a really hard spot to flash. And then we would have a second player line up against a wall. You see this kind of crack. You want to go all the way back where it connects on the corner of the wood. He aims at the damage part here, and you would run forward until you get that, right? So once again, you wait until it's on the thing, line up. Okay. Did the power go out?
Power went out.
Oh, shoot.
Power being commanded.
Power's back on. Uh-oh. I hope I don't disconnect from the server. There we go. You throw it like that. That is going to flash further back players. So let's say we have someone sitting at back sight.
Oh dear.
This one, full blinds. Let's say you have a guy sitting at an off angle like this on barrels, trying to catch anybody peeking like that. This one, good blind too, right? And this even affects people playing here. They play here, bam, they get kind of double partial blind from both. Those two flashes would cook people. The only other smokes that I'd like for us to want to do is the exact same thing, right? So same as the flash, where you do the double flash there, you would basically do the same thing for this, except it's just a right click. I lied. It's a double click. It's a double click where this lands right in front of this person, so he can't see anything. Okay? If we were to combine this, let me actually get rid of that tunnel smoke real quick. We're going to get rid of all the smokes. So let's say we have two people in tons. He comes up to here, left and right click, jump throw. We have a person come up to here, looks at the tunnel. You see kind of just to the right, like that little damage spot there. W throw. How did I mess it up? Oh, it's this one. Okay. You know, once again, my memory is rusty. Okay, I don't have the best memory. Okay. Throw at that. W throw. Comes out. And this basically makes it where you can't be seen too well by door. They can, I think, only see like partially your head, if that. Window's a little fuzzy too, so if you have both of those smokes, which we're going to throw real quick, so I can show the end result of it. My connection is cooked on my phone from the looks of it. So this guy would throw the W throw, the person here would throw left and right click this. The way it would look in total is a shield wall all the way up to sight where we could push like that on top of all of the flashes. I think it'd be pretty easy to execute B site like this. On top of course, the window and the door smoke. This would basically just give us a free ride all the way up to that. I don't know if if I'm quick enough to do all of them, right? But we would have the window smoke. We would have the door smoke. You would have someone doing the... Okay, I'm not doing too hot right now, guys. Okay, this one. And then you have the left and right click here. That one, I think the problem with that one is it takes too long. This one's nice and quick, allowing you to get on the site. But as you can see, doors covered, windows covered. So this one basically just blocks car. This one allows you to just run up right onto the back of site, kill this, get there, and then worry about car last before taking site. So that's what the execute would look like. So now with just our T side, we have the Xbox and catwalk smoke. We have like all of our A-long executes we did. My favorite's the flash. I love that flash. This one, the tunnel and the Xbox smoke to kind of get in here. This one to allow us to run up on the site further. So we have a site execute. We have a short execute. We have like tons to lower tons to mid execute, and then we have a B site execute. So I believe I've covered all of the smokes and utility and concepts that we could maybe do. Once again, I'd like to get everybody together at least like you know like on the weekend or something so we can practice all this stuff so that we know how to do this together so we can get the timings down and stuff. But we're gonna move on with that. That is all of my T side utility. Um, it's just kind of how to take all this stuff. So thanks for watching, guys. That's it for me. Peace out, y'all.